Former U.S. Marine Daniel Penny has been found not guilty in the highly publicized case surrounding the death of Jordan Neely. What began as a confrontation on a New York subway has now escalated into protests, threats of violence, and calls for action. Today, we're breaking down the verdict, the reaction from Black Lives Matter, and the larger cultural implication. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Charisma Daily. Now, let's start with the facts. Daniel Penny was acquitted of criminally negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely. Jurors deliberated for 5 days before reaching their decision, declaring Penny not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The case has been controversial from the start. Neely, a homeless man, died after being placed in a chokehold by Penny during a confrontation on a New York City train. Now, initially charged with second-degree manslaughter, that charge was dropped when jurors couldn't reach a consensus. Instead, they focused on the lesser charge of negligent homicide, which also failed to stick. Now, the verdict was met with applause in the Manhattan courtroom, where Penny's attorneys celebrated and Penny himself was seen smiling. But outside the courtroom, a very different story was unfolding. Now, as expected, the verdict has sparked intense reactions. One viral video, a Jordan Neely supporter claims he was killed for simply asking for food. Let's take a look.
BLM had threatened to burn down parts of the city, cars, whatnot. Let's watch. They're angry over Daniel Penny being found not guilty.
To do it for us. And clearly, if we get to this point, it's too late. We have to be there for each other, and that's our call to action. Everybody that's pissed off at this verdict, I challenge you to go outside today and help one person. Right on. That's my challenge. If you're angry, if you're hurt, go help one person. That's how we beat the system. That's how we turn this around, by being there for each other.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we going to do, people? What's going to happen to us now? I had enough of this. The system is rigged. Come on, people. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something about it. Too often, we have Eric Garner's mother here. There's too often this is happening where we're left alone in this society. We got to stop that. We have to change how we impact each other. Jordan came on that subway car. The first thing he asked for was food, and he was killed. And the person who killed him was not held responsible. We cannot allow this to keep happening.
Okay. Oh. Look like the police attacked the protesters.
Good morning, everyone. Here we stand once again in front of this unjust system. I stood here 10 years ago because they did not give justice to my son with the chokehold. I fought hard to get the anti-chokehold bill passed, which did pass. But it shouldn't only be for police officers, it should be for civilians also. No one deserves to be choked to death. And you know, we're in that courtroom and people are cheering for the verdict. They made the loudest noise, the judge did nothing. But when his father spoke out, they put him out the courtroom. Is that justice? Or what? We can't allow this to keep going on. We have to fight this system. That's what I had to do. I had to fight to get the little justice that I got. I got one police officer fired. There's more that need to be fired. But I tell this family, do not give up. Because that's what they want you to do. They want to discourage you. Just like they tried to discourage me. But 10 years later, I'm still fighting. And I'm not only fighting for myself, I'm fighting for families like yourself. That's why I have to come out when this injustice is done.
As you can see, Neely's supporters argue that this verdict sends a dangerous message. But is it really true that he simply asked for food and he was killed? If you follow this case along, you know that's not what happened. But this message is how society, responds to cases and situations when there's black versus white. And to be honest, I am tired and sick of everything being about race. And I'm tired of about Black people having a victim mentality every single time something happens and they're involved. But I digress. But this case wasn't as straightforward as some make it seem. Reports indicate that Neely had demanded passengers give him ginger ale while threatening to kill people. Now, this paints a more complicated picture of what transpired that day. Meanwhile, tensions have boiled over into the street. Protests have erupted in New York City following the verdict. Now, Fox News has reported that some within the Black Lives Matter movement are threatening to burn down parts of the city. Now, here's a clip showing the intensity of that demonstration. Take a look.
Wait, Joe, wait. Hold on. Get off. Come around this way.
He was hungry! He was killed for being poor! No justice, no peace! Shame on you! No justice, no peace!
This is fucking sick! They don't give a goddamn about us! I didn't hurt nobody or kill no goddamn body. But I did more time than that man did for killing somebody.
Shame!
If we don't get no justice,
Then they don't get no peace!
if we don't get no justice,
Then they don't get no peace!
no justice,
No peace!
no peace.
If we don't get no justice, then they don't get no peace!
Let's get my phone!
You're going down, Mr.
It's going down! You know you hear us! Where's America great? Where's America great? Where's America great? Mr. Donald, Mr. Trump, where's America great? Only for the white people? Only for the white soldiers? Only for the white soldiers? Why was he dismissed? Why was he dismissed from us Marines? Why was he dismissed? Why was he dismissed? Why did he come out of court, out of that system? Why is it justice for Neely Jordan?
No justice, no peace.
Police!
Yo, man, this is already told y'all, man. They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give a fuck. This is like, I told you guys, we needed that guilty plea. He wasn't taking no jail time.
You fucking pig!
That's a city problem.
That is sick!
Them subways ain't safe, and it's because of y'all motherfuckers. Do something for these people. It's been a house's problem since I've been known. Since I've been a goddamn kid. It's been a goddamn house's problem. A mentally ill problem. Do something for these.
As you could hear, protesters could be heard chanting, "No justice, no peace," while others reportedly called for violence against Penny himself. This is where things get even more concerning. Peaceful protest is one thing, but open threats and destruction, that's a whole different level. Now, adding fuel to the fire, BLM Hawk Newsom has issued a call for Black vigilantes to respond with chokeholds. Take a look at what he had to say.
Everybody else has vigilantes. We need some Black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
Tired.
I know you're looking for us to be like, oh, go and march. Go and march. No. This weekend, I want you to hold a community event everywhere from the Bronx to Houston to Seattle to Florida. Black people hold community events and talk about what you need.
Wow. Black vigilantes. Let's be clear. This kind of statements escalate tensions rather than promote meaningful dialogue. Like, come on. Newsom's remarks come across as a direct response to the verdict and have sparked significant debate. Is he right to be calling for Black vigilantes? Is he right to be calling for violence? I don't agree, right? I do not think that this is the right response. While some may see his words as a call to empowerment, others view them as dangerous, push towards more violence and division. What's your take? Are statements like these helping the cause, helping the community, helping what we're seeing today? I want to hear from you. And remember, this case is more than just about Daniel Petty and Jordan Neely. It reflects the growing division in our culture. On one side, you have people outraged over the systemic issues affecting homelessness and racial injustice. On the other, you have concerns about public safety and the limits of self-defense in high-pressured situations. Now, the response from BLM and other groups have highlighted these tensions. Peaceful protests have delved into calls for violence, raising questions about how justice is pursued in the court of public opinion versus the legal system. But here's the key question. How do we, as a society, balance justice, accountability, and the rule of law while addressing the underlying issues that leads to situations like these? I want to hear from you. I want to hear your thoughts. Was this verdict the right decision? And what does this case say about the broader cultural landscape? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.